Hi guys, Christian here, director of the Still Thinking Films YouTube channel, here with some major updates to the channel. 2021 has hit us pretty hard, not just financially, but also emotionally, as the members of our crew have had to deal with sickness, loss of loved ones, and frankly, it's actually become harder and harder to create. But we've decided that we are going to actually go harder than we've had in previous years. So here's some of the things that have been in development and are set to be released this year. First of all, following the success of our recent dubs of the Last Order, Final Fantasy VII anime, and Sephiroth reveal trailer for Smash, we've decided to dub everything Final Fantasy or Square-Enix related that have never been dubbed in English, or have been localized in the West. So expect dubs that ranges from animes like, well, The Last Order, Final Fantasy XV Brotherhood, the Arden Prologue, to game excerpts like the Limit Bursts for the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, or more trailers that will be releasing from Square, maybe anytime. And we are also going to provide fully voice-acted videos of things like the Kingdom Hearts manga and other offshoot Final Fantasy Square-Enix content. Okay, so we're slowing down on some of our series like Final Fantasy VII Retold, and we're redirecting our efforts onto more original stories, like the long return of Final Fantasy Still. And for those of you who are sort of new to the channel, this channel originally started and we created this machinima called Final Fantasy Still. It was a take on a Dissidia world where Ultimecia's time compression achieves the merging of the different Final Fantasy universes. And so if you're an old fan and you enjoyed that, just know that we are bringing that back. But that does mean we have to cut down on some of the other content, like the Retold series and, things like that. Although we will still be releasing skits every now and then, so don't worry about that one. We're also really excited to announce that we will be releasing a project that is completely original. Like new story, it has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. I don't know if that's a deal breaker for some of you guys, but I just hope that you will be just as receptive to this original series as you were for our fan or reimagined ones. Like, I personally worked very, very hard making this. This was a project long in the making. I promise you, I hope that it won't be corny or anything like that. We really did put a lot of time and effort into this. So please expect that one. If you haven't heard, Still Thinking Films has partnered up with Sunamods to bring you Echo S, a fully voice-acted mod for the original FF7 game on the PC. We have cast every character in the OG game, from your favorite playable characters to the random NPCs littered all over the game. That's over 5,000 lines of dialogue that we have been working tirelessly for a little under a few months now. The dedicated actors for Still Thinking Films have been working for hours upon hours for free just to bring our favorite game to life. It was a long process, but we're well on our way to finishing a demo and maybe even completing the project this year. For more info on that, we'll leave it in the description box. If you've noticed from our recent posts, you might have heard about Final, and that we are dropping a song on Valentine's Day. So, what is Final? Well, Final is it's part of a project we call the 1A Project. This is where we create virtual K-pop inspired groups featuring the boys from Final Fantasy like Cloud, Squall, Noctis, Bartz, and Tidus, and maybe even the girls like Yuna, Tifa, Terra, and Lightning. They will be performing original music to original animations, original choreography, and it's all done by us. We are taking all the artistic control over this. So, we're not some ginormous studio. We're not super high tech or anything like that. We do it because we want to release content, and we want to release content that hopefully you guys might like. And so yeah, it's a really big undertaking. Like, this project particularly is a very big undertaking. But, you know, we've decided to go big this year. It's been really difficult since we have to like gather vocalists and songwriters and music producers and MMD animators and dancers, you know, and choreograph it, and, you know, all of it is, everyone's just working remotely. And some aspects of this is especially things like licensing and royalties and stuff, like commissioning models for like, and animators. Like, a lot of that stuff costs money. So, you know, like, if you like to see some of your favorite characters in the Final Fantasy franchise turned into music idols, then please consider supporting us through Patreon. Like, literally any little bit helps. Like, it really, really does. So speaking of Patreon, we are updating our tiers. We'll be taking Patreon a lot more serious now, and we'll be making sure to go through there before we go through any of the other platforms like YouTube or Instagram. Our new tiers allow for digital commissions, sharing game mods, voting, having your own original characters, and even merchandise like t-shirts and even the album of the a physical album of the group. Voiceover requests and more stuff like that, you know? And for things like a $10 pledge, you will substantially be helping us achieve our goals this year, as well as you get sort of like an exclusive request of your choice of having one of the Final Fantasy characters send you a personal voice message, or have our pop groups do sort of short cover songs for you if you like. So we hope you all continue to support us through these really trying times. I know that's been hard for you, and it's been hard for everyone. It's been hard for us, definitely, and we will bring as much content as we can this year. That is one of our resolutions this year, and really, thank you guys for all your support, and for those of you who are supporting us already on Patreon, like, really know that this is actually helping us out a lot. I know that, you know, sometimes people say that, but for us, it really, for me particularly, it really, really means a lot. Like, you're really helping us get through these hard times. And all the money that you give us, it all goes back to the work anyways. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. You can follow us on Final Fantasy Still on Instagram, and if you want to follow the boys, if you want to follow Final, they have their own Instagram. So if you go at official.finalmusic, then you can talk to them there pretty much. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and stay safe.